First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, salutations, respect, and love to all you sincere Akim out there, scattered to the four corners of the earth, pushing the ministry in truth and sincerity. With GMS Wisconsin, you know, coming out here week in, week out, to first and foremost bring out the word of the Lord and to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, aka America, you know. And as y'all can see, as a lot of brothers can see, there's a lot going on in the media right now, you know. One example I can think of is the food plants being set on fire, the 16 plants, you know. So we're pretty much just gonna go into that, gonna bring out a precept. You know, y'all want to start off with the plant. As a matter of fact, go ahead, Aki.
Con.
Oh, sure.
Well, you know what? Let me bring this up first. It's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
It says, "See that." It says, "You shall hear wars and rumors of wars." You know, and back then that was a future prophecy. You know, that the Lord was warning us of. You know, and He was warning His followers. You know, that we should hear wars and rumors of wars, and that's what's going on right now. You know, in these last days. But the Lord says, "See that ye be not troubled." You know, meaning be not afraid. You know, like it says in 2nd Esdras 16th chapter. You know, be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. You know, and how are we guided? How are we encouraged? We stay in the scriptures. You know, and we trust in the Lord. You know, but it says, "See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass." I mean, they're going to happen, but the end is not yet. You know, this prophecy needs to happen. Go ahead,
Verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom."
It says, "Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom." And of course, we can see that going on, you know, with Babylon or the U.S., you know, with Ukraine and Moscow and Russia, you know, all this tension that's building, you know. We see all that, but read that again,
God.
Sure?
St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom."
Nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom, you know. Various articles, various examples, you know. And as we get into the current news and the media, you know, we learn of the fact that the Lord is using the people on the earth to bring out His will, you know. That is how the nation is going to rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. We'll keep going.
It says, "And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places."
It says there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, you know. And that is slowly happening, you know, through prophecy, you know. Like I just mentioned a little bit earlier, the 16 plants that burned down, you know. These things are starting to build up. You know, the pestilence would be the disease, you know, and the earthquakes being the natural disasters that the Lord bring upon the earth. But we're going to go into that that article about the 16 plants being burnt down. Bring it out.
This is from the endtimesheadlines.org. It says there have been 16 major fires that have erupted at key food industry facilities in the U.S. since the beginning of 2022.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, there was someone who noticed that. You know, they noticed that all of these plants were being set on fire. You know, and all these things were happening. You know, simultaneously.
I'm not sure because the brother posted this. You know, but I believe it to be a reputable source because it's other places you can find out that that's what's going on. But anyway, it says, opinion. Can anyone explain why absolute massive fires just keep erupting again and again at critical facilities all over America? The tragic destruction by fire of the headquarters of Azure Standard in Oregon shocked millions of people. And since the news broke, quite a few readers have been reaching out to me about the long strand of unusual blazes that we have been witnessing from coast to coast from recent months.
Right, it says from coast to coast, because these things are happening at the same time. And, you know, people are noticing that these fires are taking place, and they're starting to put the puzzle pieces together. You know, they're starting to figure out these things are happening, you know, and a lot of people don't know why, you know. So what do? They go to the news media, you know, they take it public, you know.
And then too, I was watching a video earlier where a lady, she was going in on the same topic, and she wanted to find out if this was happening years back, you know what I'm saying, to see if anything similar was happening, or if this some new thing that's going on. And what she come to find out was in 2019, only like this happened like twice, but it was like real minor. And prior to that, wasn't no fires really like that going on. But until this year, you had since late 2021 all the way up to now, there's more than 16. This article is going into the 16 of this year. Yeah. Last year it was like at least like 20 something more. So, but anyway, it says I decided to look into the phenomenon for myself, and I am sharing what I have discovered so far in this article. Dr. Benjamin Brodach and others have already been digging into this, and their research proved quite valuable as I began my investigation. Some of these incidents that people have reported, I was not able to immediately verify, and others I felt were too minor to put in this list. With all that being said, the following is a list of 16 fires that have occurred at key food industries in the U.S. since 2022.
Right.
And then these,
go ahead.
And then it just goes on to give a list of different states around America, because it's all in America. Yeah.
Said, they have the states listed on there? Or?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, go ahead and
the first one is in California.
Okay. West Coast.
It's the second one, Hermiston, Oregon.
North.
Conway, New Hampshire. San Juan, Texas. Jonesburg, Arkansas. Houston, Fayetteville, Illinois. Belfast, Maine. Kansas. Clyde, Indiana. Winston-Salem, Carolina. Washington, Louisiana, Arizona, and there's a few more.
See, like, and if y'all notice, those fires that are taking place, they're happening in the circumference of America, you know, because he started off, you know, when he started naming off where these fires are taking place, he started off in California, then Oregon, then New Hampshire. These things are surrounding the circumference of America, you know.
If I may add too, you know, don't forget that a lot of these storage facilities for these food places that got destroyed, you know, a lot of them happened in the same day. You know,
that's true.
That's not a coincidence, man. You know, and then I read in that same article,
Revelation 6.
I read in that same article, you know, that a plane crashed, man, right into one of the food places, man. You know, how the hell does that happen, man? All right, that's because it's a planned design, man. You know, of these elites, man.
To bring the food supply down, you know.
In Revelations 12 and 12.
I got this stuff.
Revelation 6 and 4.
Go bring out Revelation 6 and 4.
Yeah, go ahead.
God. Book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
That's right, and that's what's happening. The brother just mentioned it. That it's orchestrated, it's a generated crisis. And the Lord is using Esau to do it. You see? He's using them, you know, the beloved white man to do it. You know, so the Lord is giving them peace, giving them power to take peace from the earth. That's what they're doing. You know?
That's the red horse.
Mm-hmm. That red horse represents Esau and his power, his imperialism. The Lord has given him that sovereignty to what? To take over the world and to generate these crises. You see? Esau is proud. The Lord got him right exactly where he wanted him because he's proud and he thinks that he's doing all these generating all these crises by himself. When the actuality is the Lord that's doing it.
Get that in Daniel.
then Revelation 12.
And then yeah, get Revelation 12, get Daniel, and then get Proverbs. Well, Proverbs say he ruleth in the kingdom of men. Right? Proverbs say that, right? Or is that Daniel?
That's Daniel.
That's Daniel, right? Ruleth in the, yeah. Get Daniel. Ruleth in the kingdom of men. Go ahead.
Yeah, because these people gonna fucking suffer, man. These people out here is gonna suffer. And the Lord is gonna come, He's gonna make do on His word, man. That's what this is about. All right? Us coming out here declaring to the people before it happens. All right? Because it's gonna happen. And it's sure. Those 16 plants that burnt, that is not by coincidence. You see, they all doing it for a purpose. And it's to bring instability to people and to bring that shock and awe factor to these people. Because they walking in great pride. You got it.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me get this.
Yeah. We clearly understand this thing. That's the mysteries, man.
This is Isaiah 42:9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
And that's what we do. Before they spring forth, we tell you of them. It's nothing new. This is nothing new. It's just new to society because what? The prophets of old haven't understood and was revealed what was going to happen in the end time. Certain prophets, you know. So it's really nothing new. It's new to these people because they're living in darkness, you know.
This is Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
Right. And void, meaning like you know how you have a void check. It's you know.
Not valid. It didn't go through. It didn't go through.
Right. It's invalid.
Yeah.
It didn't go through. Hey, but the Lord's word is gonna go through.
Yeah.
Every time. You see, because the Lord's word is valid. He put a stamp on it.
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
Right.
And it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it.
Right. So it is ultimately it's the Lord what He pleases it to do. All right. Not what mankind is saying. Not what these people, these Christians are saying out here. You know. And that's why the scriptures say if they speak not according to the gospel, according to this word, there is no light in them. All right. You speaking against the truth. Simple. So the Lord's word is going to go and it's going to accomplish what it's supposed to accomplish, despite what people feel, despite what different opinion you have, because it's the Most High's word over everything.
Somebody got that?
Is that Isaiah 55?
Yeah, 55:11.
Oh.
I get that Proverbs and Daniel. Whoever got Daniel, get it.
And you've noticed in every movie, right? End time movie, whether it's dealing with something, the earth being destroyed, you always have a Negro or somebody speaking about the destruction right before it happened. And every time in a movie it happens, people be laughing and joking.
And it's always the bums or the appear to be crazy ones on the corner.
That's right.
You know?
That's the foolishness of the Heavenly Father.
Yep.
You got it.
Go ahead.
The book of Daniel chapter 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and to the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
So that's the point right there. This is by the demand or decree of the watchers that the living is talking about the men of the Lord. The living is the prophets, okay? Because we are alive. The rest of the world is dead, all right? So the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, okay? Meaning the Lord put the spirit on these rulers, these kings, these judges, congressmen, presidents, elites, whoever it is who passes any type of legislation, all right, decree, whatever it may be, the Lord controls that. And He makes them do what He wants them to do. Like this generated famine. Like what they're going into with all of the facilities being burned up. The Lord is using Esau to do those things to issue in His word, which is a famine. No matter how the famine is going to come about, the prophecy is that there's going to be a dearth in the land.
That's right.
So if Esau is going to burn up all the facilities all around the United States of America, well, that's going to bring in the Darth. No matter how it's happening, it's just what took place in the story.
And it's nothing different from Pharaoh. When he hardened Pharaoh's heart.
Yep.
For purpose.
Go ahead.
It says, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the bases of men.
Which Esau represents the basis of men. All right? They represent the low-life scum of the earth. That's who they are. But they're in high place. They're ruling. You got it.
I got the
Revelation 12:12. Because we understand what Revelation 6 and 4 tells you, that the Lord gave them power to take peace from the earth. And then you go into the pale horse, the black horse, you know, which represents death. Okay? So we understand that the Lord is orchestrating everything. He has the power to do everything, and he's setting his devil up to do it. You got it. Revelation 12:12.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 12, and it reads, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yep, and that devil is Esau, the so-called white man. Because that devil goes back to Diablos, which means deceiver. Okay? And they're the number one deceivers in the earth. All right, now it says they're coming down with great wrath because they know it that they have but a short time. They understand by what? The signs that's in the heavens, the signs in the earth, but the biggest sign was us waking up. Us being out here on the highways and byways, and that's why they have the biggest problem with that. You know, our teachers is dangerous. Our teachers is the Heavenly Father's words, you see? So really, you're trying to kick against the pricks. You're trying to kick against the Heavenly Father. All right?
This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bonds that he cannot pass.
That's right. He appointed the bounds that he cannot pass. So this devil has an expiration date. America has an expiration date. You see? America's not going to continue going on in decadence.
He knows that he has but a short time.
That's right. Oh yeah, slack. He goes back.
Yeah, no, that's it. No, that's it. He knows that he has but a short time.
Yeah.
That's the point. So this devil is doing what he's doing because he knows that his rulership is about to be over with.
That's right.
You know? Just like any old kid, a baby, when you take something from him, they're going to lash out. Well, Esau sees that his kingdom is being taken from him, so what he's going to do, he's going to lash out.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I got the precept.
Go ahead.
I like that smell.
This is the book. This is the book.
Palo Santo.
Grass.
Palo Santo.
Palo Santo.
Palo Santo.
Yeah, what else do they call it?
Sage.
And sage.
Okay.
Palo Santo and
Thank you.
sage.
I like that smell. Thank
Yep.
you.
No problem.
All right. This is the
I
book of Job,
understand. I
chapter
appreciate
20
that.
and verse 5.
Thank you.
It says, verse 4, Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Yeah, the joy of a hypocrite, but for a moment. And the so-called white man is the biggest fucking hypocrite. He's the top hypocrite of the world, which is an actor. Okay, the word hypocrite goes back to being an actor, man.
That's right, because he'll destroy hosts of like Panama Deception.
Yeah, Panama Deception.
You know, he'll do all these things out in history to destroy, destabilize the governments in South America. But when Russia goes after Ukraine, all right, they got a big problem, and then Putin is all of a sudden this dictator.
Yeah.
But America's been dictator since day one.
Yep.
They've been colonizing.
Yep.
They call it neo-colonialism.
Yep.
You know?
Rape, rob, and murder.
Imperialism.
Somebody, hold on, Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter.
You know? They
And
call
go to
it
like the
imperialism.
fifth verse.
You know? Which the reason why they got America, they didn't get it on good merit. They call it ill-gotten gains. They brought forth military, all right? And they pushed forth policies.
Yep.
It's imperialism.
Yep.
You see?
Hey, And to another way, they're a hypocrite is because they act like they speak as if they abide by the scriptures.
Yep.
But the scriptures say, "What has thou to the wicked? What has thou to do to declare my statutes?"
Yep.
And that you should take his word in his mouth. You know.
Swear in on the Bible. Monkey Boy. As soon as Monkey Boy sweared in on the Bible, not even months later, he passed in Mo rights.
Yep.
All right, given.
He did that on the first day. It's like,
Yeah, right,
He did it
exactly.
on the first day.
Yeah, he did it. As soon as he got in office, he gave all them Mo's rights, man.
Yeah, that's bugged
Hypocrite.
out.
That's hypocrite. That's,
Yeah,
yep.
that's bugged out.
But that's America. That was the agenda.
Yep.
You know. See, Esau has certain agendas, and he lets his puppets, you know, write it in law. Okay. Once you put it in a decree as a law, that means it's basically in stone. If you're a king, you know the people of that kingdom, you know, gotta obey by those rules and regulations of the king.
Yep.
You know. So the Americans gotta obey by the regulations of America, man. What this devil is pushing unrighteous decrees. Isaiah the 10th chapter. Go ahead. Go. Oh, somebody get it?
Somebody give us Psalm 6 and 2.
I got it.
Go ahead. What you got?
Isaiah 10.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1, and it reads, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees." You know, I learned this from the brother here, you know, from doing the research, man. You know, when you go into that word decree, right, one of the synonyms is mandates, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is what Esau's been pushing, man, this whole time, man. Mandates after mandates.
Yep.
It says, in that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yep.
You know? So
And what's grievous? Given FAGGOTS rights. That's grievous, man. All right. A man can be a woman can be a man. That's grievous, man. That's wickedness, man. You know. Then you got laws that directly goes against the Israelites. You know, war to them that devise, war to them that work evil upon their beds.
Yeah. It's inquisition against the purest foundation in all of mankind, which is the family structure.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead. Who got something? We're gonna need one brother, another brother get on them signs, another brother hold on them, get to them posts.
Back in Job 20:5, it says
No, you keep going speaking.
that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite before a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach into the clouds, yet shall he perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Go ahead, break it down.
That's speaking about Esau Edom. All right, start with they wicked elite. You know, though their head reached into the clouds, they went into the heavens, they went out outer space and all of that.
Okay.
You know, their technology then got to so advanced. You know, they said yes, they perish forever like their own dung, their own shit, pretty much, man. You know, when you flush a shit down the toilet, you don't think about where the shit went. You know, it's forgotten. So that's what Esau gonna be. It says, verse 8, Job 28. He shall fly away as a dream; he shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. That's another thing, man. You have sometimes you might have a vision, and then it might escape you when you wake up. You forget about it. So that's similar to how Esau's all this, what he been doing, all this wickedness, his whole kingdom, they ain't gonna even be remembered in the kingdom to come. You know, unless you know we're teaching our children about the wickedness they did.
Okay.
What you got? Somebody else.
I pretty much got Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4, and it reads, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." You know, and who this is talking about, he's talking about Esau Edom, you know. His soul which is lifted up is not upright in him goes to show you his pride, you know. That pride on a level that is incurable, you know.
Because they hold themselves as noble, they hold themselves honorable, but their soul, their spirit is not right. See, the whole world thinks the so-called white man is this righteous, pure, a good citizen of the world. They want to help fix the world, but in reality, they have the most guile, they have the most wretched souls. You know,
I wanted to a definition of the word upright. It goes into Strong's H3474. Yes, I guess it goes back to the Hebrew word yashar. It says to be right, be straight, be level, be upright, be just, be lawful, be smooth, you know? And like brothers just brought out in Psalm the 50th chapter a little bit earlier, you know? The Lord said to Esau, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, you know? Because Esau don't give a damn about the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. He don't care about righteousness. That is how his soul is not upright, you know, because he meditates on wickedness. And he meditates on, you know, bringing down heavy decrees on the nation of Israel, more specifically. But I'm going to continue reading on. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
And that wine represents his philosophy, you know, his imperialism, all right? It says he's neither keeping at home because he's in somebody else's backyard, trying to take over, you know?
I got a precept for that too.
And the Lord said he's a proud man, you know, that's emphasis, you know. It says he is a proud man. When you go in Obadiah, verse 3, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. Esau, Edom is one proud bastard, man. But it says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Sure. You know, and Esau's went around the earth, rape, robbing, and murdering, you know. Isaiah, the 25th chapter, refers to him as the covering cast, you know, because he's done so much destruction on the planet, you know. Esau, Edom being the biblical name of the so-called white man. They have raped, robbed, and pillaged the earth, you know, colonized and stolen everything, you know, and they ain't gave shit back, and they don't plan to. Why? Because, what you say?
No, now they're being reproached.
God, and we're reproaching Esau, Edom through the word of the Lord, you know. He's being exposed. You know, and of course he don't like it. Come on. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6, and it reads, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
If you can't understand that that's Esau, the so-called white man, then I don't know, you know, I don't know what the fuck, you know. That clearly shows that that's the so-called white man. He have something called Northcom, Avcom, right? Northcom, Avcom is when he have his own centralized banks. Army. I'm sorry, not centralized banks. That's yeah. He has his military bases all over the world. He has Avcom. Look up Avcom. See all the different allies of them. Look up Northcom. Avcom he has stationary military bases in Africa. That's Avcom. African man. He has different bases surrounding over there. Northcom, he has it over in the Pacific. He got bases every fucking where. He got it in Europe. He got them all over the world, man.
It's called an embassy.
Embassies, yeah, embassies. Yep. And you know, one of the main reasons that Rome fell, when you do the research on Rome, is that the Romans had their military scattered all throughout the known world. They were spread thin, you know? They were scattered everywhere, man. So it was leaving room for intruders to invade Rome and take it over, man. So that's the same thing that's gonna happen now today, you know? Go ahead, finish that up.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, Esau, Edom, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Which is the world.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, and he did it through democracy, all right, by putting his central bank systems everywhere, all right, taking over other lands, other countries, other continents, okay? And through wars and through commotions and back out deals, Esau has became in debt. When you go into that word, thick clay goes into the Greek abatyat, which means debt. And this nigga's in like what, 16 trillion? 17 trillion?
It's
Oh,
like
it's in the
20.
20s.
Is it the 20s? In the 20s.
Remember, it was like
When,
14 trillion.
yeah. So now it's in the 20s, man, of debt. All right.
So like just to add to that, you know, I came across an article yesterday from RT News that pretty much Ukraine was complaining about America running out of money, man, to give them, you know. So yeah, man, this devil is in so much debt, man. You know, he can't even aid to his allies.
But then he wants to go ask for what some odd billion to help Ukraine fight against Russia. That nigga Biden just asked for like what 16 something billion. I don't know if it was 16, but it was something billion, so they can weaponize Ukraine to go against Russia. Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 7. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 7. And it reads, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Yeah, you're gonna be a spoil. You're gonna be a spoil. You're gonna be written through.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna be a spoil with the other nations. All right. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1.
Yep.
It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled.
Yeah, America spoiled the whole world. They went and took over other countries. They went and took over other lands. They defied certain treaties and spoiled other countries. You know, Esau would drone strike a fucking country and then make a boogeyman story on the news and to try to justify themselves, man. You know. And then really, you won't even find out that they drone struck it and took the resources. You'll find that shit out there and then 5 months later.
What is that? Hey, they'll even go as far.
Oh, that's Jamaica. That's the Fox.
No, they'll go even as far as to do what they did on 9/11. You know, to destroy one of their own buildings, and then fake like somebody else did it just so they can go over there.
That's called a That's called a coup.
Yep, cool.
But it
I
says,
was just thinking about
Slack.
You got it
It
out.
says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled. And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Yeah, ain't nobody did shit to America, man. America's going around the police in the whole fucking world, man. Keep it. Just move it to the side.
It says,
So,
when thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
yeah, when you want to cease to be spoiled, love, peace, let's all get along. Let's all start this new world order. You know, let's go to this agenda. Let's get this new world order started. Let's make peace, universal peace. No, you gonna get spoiled.
It's weird because I just heard the dude over there yelling. She said, it wasn't me. You know, the way like America saying it, like it wasn't me. But it says, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
And like you said, they're going into the New World Order, you know, bringing everybody into one. But America about to be spoiled.
Yep. Go ahead, Whoever got something.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, go ahead.
It's more than happen.
Okay.
Real quick, this Micah. Yeah, let's might as well keep reading.
Read it. Start at verse 7. Verse 8. Slack.
Book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of thy people shall spoil thee.
It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. You know, that makes me think of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. You know, it says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. You know, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Esau, you will be spoiled and preyed upon. You know, for the wickedness you've done in the earth. You know,
right.
Because you've spoiled many nations. You've destroyed homes. You know, you've dug into the earth. You've taken resources. You know, to enrich yourself, to increase yourself, man. Go ahead, read it again.
Habakkuk 2 and 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of thy people shall spoil thee.
Hey, somebody hold on deck. Revelation 18.
It says, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land and of the city, it says, and of all that dwell therein.
Right. Going into the bloodshed, you know, going into the violence, you know, that Esau implements in the earth. You know, this is the Lord letting him know for all the wickedness you've committed. You know,
you guys.
for the rape, robbery, and murder and destruction that the white race has put on the earth, they will be recompensed for that, man.
You support that?
Right.
Motherfucker.
You know, and you will not be left unpunished, like it says in I believe Proverbs the 16th chapter. You know, the wicked will not be unpunished.
That's right.
You're gonna get yours, man.
That's right.
And when you go, what you say?
Just gonna go into the point.
Verse 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Yeah, so he set his nest on high. He building those what you call those bunkers in space.
They call it hotels.
Yeah. Yep.
Space hotel.
Yeah, space hotels. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, space stations. They are trying to escape from the wrath of the Most High.
Well, Elon Musk for the last 20 years, NASA shut down everything. Elon Musk is the one. He's the one that's doing the commercial. Him and Bezos. Now they're doing a commercial space station. Like anybody can pay $1 million and go to the space station.
Yep.
So that's what they've been doing. They're trying to build rockets and have been building rockets. Go up and reuse the rocket. They come down and they can reuse certain rockets. So that's what they've been doing. You know?
That guy from Virgin Mobile.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Bezos.
No. Richard Branson.
Yeah.
Branson. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. That's yep. Branson. Yep. He was another one. You see how he disappeared though?
Yeah.
He was hot, good like 5-6 years ago with the space stuff going up and down. He was just a face for the time being. Go ahead.
Slocky. But when you go into Habakkuk 2 and 9, in the end where it says that he may be delivered from evil, you know, what is evil? When you go into the word evil, it means bad time. You know, that goes back to Revelation 12 and 12, you know. He knows that he has but a short time. Esau thinks that what he's doing, the things he's putting in the earth, going up to space and shit, that's going to save him from what's coming. But it's not, man. You have to be paid back, like the scriptures say. And like the brother brought out in Isaiah 55 a little earlier on, you know. The Lord's word is not going to return unto him void.
That's right.
You know? So if the Bible says that the so-called white race will be paid back for rape, robbing, and murdering and
right.
killing off the nation of Israel, that's what's going to happen to you, man.
That's right.
Is there any more on that?
I can keep going. Verse 10. Habakkuk 2 and 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul.
Right. And Esau is the ultimate deceiver, man. You know, that's what devil means. You know, it goes, like the brother said, it goes back to the Latin word diablo, which means deceiver. He has consulted to destroy other people's homes, man. Read that last part for me again.
Habakkuk 2 and 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul.
You cut off many people, you know. Like we just said, rape, robbery, and murder, you know, and deception.
It says they brought shame also because they try to say some Edomites can be saved.
Right.
Now the scripture says he brought shame to his whole house. So they're gonna be all judged.
Just tell somebody to get you hold this precept while I hold that precept.
Scripture say we get judged as a nation, because we were judged as a nation. You know, the whole nation of Israel went into captivity. You know?
Give your precepts to Uriah. Give your precepts to Uriah. You stand out and hold posts.
Yeah, it's a lot. You gotta read that last part again. It says, and has sinned against thy soul. You know, that's all of that iniquity, man. You know, Esau had, hey, the scripture says his iniquity has reached the heavens, man. You know, his sin has reached the heavens, man. You know, because this devil continues, you know, he thinks that by him doing, you know, making these different moves and things like that, you know, bringing in his new world order is gonna, you know, pretty much offset prophecy, man. You know, but it's actually driving him, you know, faster into prophecy, man. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah, I want to get Amos 1 and 11.
This is Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I would not turn away the punishment thereof. Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever."
You know, and who is Esau's brother? The nation of Edom. That would be the Israelites. You know, the 12 tribes of Israel, starting with the elect.
Right.
It says he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity. Meaning you didn't give a fuck what you were doing to us, man, and you still don't. You know, and it says your anger tore perpetually. That goes back to the birthright too, man. Y'all are pissed off, spirit in your spirit. A lot of you Edomites don't know about it though, but you're mad about that birthright. You know, you're angry because you know we got the promises coming. You know, a lot of Edomites know, but they won't admit. You know, but it says he kept his wrath forever, meaning you are perpetually angry at us, man.
The elites, not these peons. The peons, they don't know shit. They don't even know who the fuck they is. The elites know.
High banking, yeah, come.
Yeah, not these regular motherfuckers. They don't know shit.
Come.
It says, yeah, Ezekiel 35, and I'll start at verse 2. It says, "Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord of power, Behold, on Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou..."
Desolation, and that's referring to literally the destruction. This is the recompense of Esau, all right? And that's why the elites don't want people to identify who they are, because they think they can trick the Heavenly Father. Desolation means complete annihilation. So the land ain't gonna be able to be inhabited, all right? But that's talking is referring to this time.
It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword."
Yeah, that's your neo-colonialism, all right? The War 1812. That's you know, eliminate the Taino Indians, okay? That's Hernan Cortez, okay? First, I can't forget Christopher Columbus, all right?
Rodrigo, what's his son name?
Yeah.
Rodrigo? Diego, that's his name. Diego Colon. Yep.
It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel."
A perpetual hatred. So they passed the hate on down to the next generation. You think Diego wasn't watching his father, Cristobal Colon, watching him slaughter Jake? If the memoir said that Cristobal Colon couldn't put his sword down, how much more you think his son? Watching his father slaughter the North American Indians, man.
They was having contests too.
Yep.
See who swore the sharpest.
Yeah, get the sign with the Northern Kingdom.
It says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity,
Yep.
in the time that their iniquity had an end." It says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
Yep.
Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee."
Recompense, you know, because Esau has, like it says, I will prepare thee unto blood. That's the Lord letting you know he's getting ready to destroy you and pay you back.
That's right.
Starting with the elites, you know, because they're the ones that are behind this thing. You know, they're working behind the curtains. You know, it says, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You know, he that doeth wrong must receive for the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of person.
That's right.
Galatians 1:6.
Yeah, I got a precept. Go ahead. This is Obadiah 1:10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever."
What are we trying to hide? The shame is covering them now. That's why they're trying to hide the history. Okay. But the prophecy says that that we were going to speak out against it. Righteous men should stand in great boldness. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. It says, "Prepare slaughter." Spirit, I was gonna bring that out next. You know, actually, I'm gonna jump up a verse. It says, Isaiah 14:20 says, "Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned." It says, "Never be renowned." All right.
Because it's going into Esau falling as a nation. They're not going to have a nation just like we didn't have.
It says, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers."
And this is those who say, what, that, oh, I didn't have any slaves. I didn't make any money off of slavery. Well, guess what?
And them families know that they made money off of slavery. Them damn crackers, they know that their great-grandfather was a slave owner that they inherited money from. Like they don't know the stories. Like they don't know the history of it. They know.
What Esau like to say is, I didn't have any slaves and you didn't pick any cotton.
Right.
You know?
But you benefited. You benefited from my ancestors picking fucking cotton. You know?
It says they have added an evil shame to their household. You see? So they can say, well, I didn't have slaves. All right? I didn't get anything from slavery. But your foreparent have cursed you, basically, simply. Okay?
This is Sirach chapter 41. I was going to read down to 7, but Sirach chapter 41, verse 5, it says, "The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach."
Yeah. So they having a reproach. They're being reproached for their father's sake.
News reporter?
It says, "The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake," because of the benefit that you had off of your parents. A lot of these youngsters, you know, I'm already getting old, you know, they with the cars and everything, this and that, they don't know that their parents, man, actually got all the wealth and the riches that they got from what we're talking about.
But we actually complain about it. We actually complain about it. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. I wasn't there. We didn't.
Yeah.
Why did they do this? Oh, they'll try to sympathize.
Yeah.
And empathize with you. You know, we got those Edomites that try to, you know, they'll try to sympathize. Oh, about what happened. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. That's a perfect example.
Well, they just signed a bill like a few weeks ago that prohibits these people really from having hate or anger towards what Esau did to him.
Yeah.
That was a bill that was signed a few weeks ago. So it said, "But the children will complain about it." I have no idea.
Yeah, it's either Florida or California.
It says, "The children will complain of an ungodly father."
That's what they do.
Because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Right, so they're being reproached for his sake. Okay? That's why these Edomites are trying to hide that history. You know, they're trying to say, look, race theory. It's not a theory about the heinous crimes. Those are heinous crimes. Those are heinous crimes, and nobody was able to recompense you, but you're being reserved for the Heavenly Father to recompense you. And we speaking from. We're trying to, you know, it starts with the elite, okay? It starts with the elites.
Going back to Isaiah 14 and 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not arise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Right, because they practically earned the book of the planet, basically. I can't say the way I'm supposed to.
It says, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts. And cut off.
Believe in the Bible?
It says, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts. And cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord.
Right, so the Lord is going to cut off your generations, he's going to cut off your nation, he's going to cut you off from being a nation. Alright?
Prophecy.
You know, I was we watched the scene of Batman Dane when he talked to that elite guy that was controlling the enterprise. Alive, you know, he says, I'm
You got the option right
like
there.
Esau doesn't understand. Esau thinks he can out-manipulate, like you said, trick the Lord. All right, and he's trying to fight against this, man. That's why he's got the bunkers, like the brothers were talking about. That's why he's got this program, he's got this initiative, he's got this bill, because he's trying to offset prophecy. He's trying to, you know, stop what the Lord has sworn, which is going to get to that. But in verse 23, it says, "I will also make it a possession for the bitter and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction." Going back to what the brother said earlier.
Beast. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the thermonuclear missile.
Which are the
Thermonuclear side. Go ahead. That's what
besom means a sweep in motion. So the clean house, basically. Sweeping it clean, desolate, empty.
because that's how those thermonuclear missiles is going to sweep. Not the residents, but it's going to sweep the cities away. I was just about to say. Yep. And Chaffee's ash.
All these people.
That refers to Babylon, or the outcome of the Babylon is a threshing floor. So you're going to be burned up in the sweeping motion. But it says, the Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand.
So it's going to stand. The word, that's why the word says, his word is faithful and true. When you go into that word, faithful, one, it goes into surety. It's a sure word. You know, that's why the Lord says that. Because he knows the way is the purpose of that Father.
That's why he comes and says, "Let's purge shall not go back forward."
Yeah. You said assured word. The word assured means most certain confidence. So that's what you're playing with, man.
Sure confidence.
Yep.
And if the Lord is sure, well,
this is verse 26. It says, "This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth, and this is a hand that is stretched out upon all the nations."
yep. And it's
It says, "For the Lord of hosts have purpose, and who shall disannul it?"
Nobody's going to disannul the judgment. See, and every step Esau is taking across the world border is leading them closer to his own demise. You see, so they can be around. They can try to upset prophecy. But it's so like to me that they're doing a good job bringing certain prophecies to pass. And I'm talking about in beautiful fashion.
Don't say nothing there.
See, you got it.
It says, "For the Lord of hosts have purpose, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back?"
Nobody. All right. And 2 Ezra 16 tell you that. I guess it refers to the Lord's judgment as an arrow. And you can't turn the arrow back unless you got superpowers. We know Esau, you ain't got superpowers. All right. Because when he shoot that bow, all right, when that judgment goes forth, ain't no way you can turn it back.
Like I just wanted to say real quick, but like I went into that word disannul, and it goes into attempt to make void, or to cancel. And the brother brought out Isaiah 55 earlier. So shall my word be that going forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void. Because the Lord, of course, He knows all things. He's omnipresent. He's omnipotent. He knows your thoughts, man, and He knows Esau's thoughts. He knows that Esau would make an attempt to disannul his truth, man, which is impossible. What is it saying? I believe it's the book of Acts. If it be of the Most High, Acts 5:31, if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, man. If you want it. Right.
I'm going to jump to Isaiah 14 and 4. It says, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Yeah, that's, hey, Isaiah 47 to tell you about that. Sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. See, what's happening is, there's powers that play that really that people can't fathom. You see, what the Bible says. And we read Daniel 4:17 that the Lord ruleth in the congregation of men. All right. So the Lord is the one. You got it? Oh, you got something. But it's the Lord that's actually running the society. All right. Okay, ultimately, what I mean is it ends up, because at the end of the day, the Lord is the final judge, you see. So it's going to, whatever happens in society is going to go according to His plan, you see. You got it.
It says that the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. It says, He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
A continual stroke. That means they were relentless. They was relentless, man. Esau was relentless. Okay? No pity. He ain't had no pity on the Ishmaelites, the Arab nations. All right? They ain't had no pity on even their own people. All right? Go ahead.
He'll call these policies that he'll pass on these nations sanctions. But if you look deeper into what sanctions are, they're basically a nice way of threatening. Because if you break that sanction, there are consequences. And it says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. And I also believe it goes to harassment. You harass the shit out of every nation on the planet Earth, especially these people, though. All right? It says, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hinder it.
So when your time comes, nobody gonna save you. And see, that's what the Lord is. The Lord said He gonna make you small among the heathen and greatly despised. You see, that means you're gonna be very minuscule when it comes to the top of the food chain. See, you're not gonna be at the top of the food chain, right? You're not gonna be the apex predator anymore. You see, you are now. Because we have to, you're gonna be the hunter turning into the hunter. You know, right now we're coming to the finality of your existence as a nation, as a people, and then you're gonna be completely reprimanded and put into slavery, hardcore chattel slavery, where you're gonna be wearing iron bars around your neck, around your feet, fetters. All right.
It's just like they saw you in Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
Planet of the Apes.
That's right.
I got a precept. This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. Say, therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord.
Right, that's what we waiting on. We ain't doing no self-willed revolution. You see, we ain't coming out here in combat boots. We got guns at home, weapons at home. That ain't what this is about. The Lord said, even in Exodus, the Lord said He's going to go before us. All right? He's going to discomfort our enemies. Okay? And that's how it always been. So the Lord going to go before us again. All right? And as we see, He's going before us now. With these things that's coming upon the earth. All the turmoil that's coming on the earth, that's the Lord going before us. All right? And bringing forth His judgment. You see? Go ahead.
Come. It says, until the day that I raise up to the prey.
Right. So the day that the Lord rise up to the prey. You see? Because these nations, Esau, Edom, the heathen, all right, they all pray. Okay? And the Lord is about to make his move. In fact, he's been making his move.
Right, so how?
You got it.
It says, for my determination is to gather the nations.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, his determination is to gather the nations. All right, he's gonna bring the nations together, and they're gonna fight against each other.
Because like the thing is like,
What? Does it say for the controversy?
my whole 17 years going to like, and like,
It says that I may assemble
you know what I
kingdoms
mean?
to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger.
Right. So the Lord has righteous judgment that's gonna go out against these nations. All right, and it's gonna start with the very top. Esau, Edom. Okay.
It says, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
See, all the earth is going to devour with the fire of his jealousy. Now, the whole earth ain't going to burn. There's certain parts of the earth that's going to burn, but it's just speaking as an analogy. The Lord's going to consume the whole world with judgment, man. All right, with his righteous judgment. You know, he's going to have his way, so to speak. Okay, it's going to be his way.
It's superiority. Yeah. This is Job 41 and 10. It says, none is so fierce. It says, none is so fierce that dare stir him up.
He just lost his girl in the wedding. Go ahead.
Again, Job 41 and 10. None is so fierce that dare stir him. Again. Job 41 and 10. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me?
Right, no one. Nobody's going to be able to stand in front of the Heavenly Father, man. Right. Despite what weaponry and technology that these people, that Esau has, they're not going to be able to stand against the Heavenly Father. Wisdom of Solomon 12.
It says, who had prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine.
That just also lets you know yeah, it's that everything that's under heaven is his, man.
But you are not God.
All right.
Nothing about that either.
Everything under the heavens is the Lord's, man. All right.
God did, right? I mean, you're saying that God allows it because God isn't, but like, go out of our
This is Isaiah 66 and 15.
Get rid of that evil.
Isaiah 66 and 15. It said,
But doesn't that want to make us evil?
it says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. So the Lord will come with fire, man. And his chariots like a whirlwind, which is so-called UFOs, man.
They're going to be getting down too. When the destruction happens, people going to be getting blown up by thermonuclear missiles. And they're going to be getting burnt out by the chariots.
Chariots shoot,
especially the world armies.
Yep.
NATO.
Yeah, like the brother mentioned, man. Get down with the chariots, man. You know, they shoot concentrated heat. Right?
So the Lord has been reserving these nations, especially, I mean, Esau, Edom, he's been reserving them for that great judgment. All right? Yeah.
Gone. This back in Isaiah 66 and 15, it said, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fear, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Find a battle you can't win, man. Because the Lord is coming. Hey, man, there was a movie created with, what's the guy that played it in Insidious? Patrick Wilson, I think his name was? And Halle Berry. It's that new one that just came out, the moon coming to...
I can't remember the name of it. Yeah.
Well, they're basically talking of a higher intellect that was already here before man was created, which, you know, all that weird shit. But that's the Lord, man, and the angels, they have already mastered technology, whatever Esau wants to call it. So, you know, they got superior intellect. So Esau's fighting how you say it?
Losing battle.
A losing war, yeah. Because the scriptures talk about how when the Lord does come, it says that when he threatens, he ain't gonna stand in no man's awe or stand in awe of any man.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what does that mean? Hey, the Lord said he's gonna come. He says he shall not come as a man.
How about you?
So that's telling you that really he's gonna come in as a jelly. He's gonna come in as glory. All right.
Because he came the first time and they killed him.
Glory is
like there was no MMA
all powerful.
All powerful. So the Lord's gonna come, and he's gonna come with that glorious strength, it's gonna be like Superman, all right? But he's gonna have way more power than what we know Superman, you know?
This is
12, but you had, oh, 6, I wanted that one too.
Verse 7.
Oh, you can start up.
Okay.
It says, sovereignty from the Lord is like, let's start at 1.
All right, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse 1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth.
Yeah. The Lord set you up, and you gotta abide by the set rules. You know, Nebuchadnezzar, he was chosen to take over the kingdom. What you think he had to do? He had to abide by certain rules, but of course he a heathen, and he started making idols unto himself, and he disrespected them.
Verse 2, give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord.
See, power is given to you of the Lord. That's where you get your strength and power from. That's what Esau got his power from. All right, from the blessing of his father, okay? But it's from the Lord, you see? And that's what these elites, they don't, at first, they don't give a damn. All right, and they're too proud to recognize that the power that they have to do what they're doing is exclusively from the Lord. You got it.
And it says, for power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest.
Real quick, that word given means to transfer to. All right, you weren't the originator of it. Like what it said exclusively, that's to be made known, because the word given, if it was yours, it would not say given.
What does Daniel, the 4th chapter, say, roughly paraphrasing? He said, he saith of whomsoever he will, you know? But reading on, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 3, for power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsels.
Yeah, and that's what the Lord's done to Esau and his rulership, his hegemony, his empire. He searched them out, all right? Tried them and searched them out, okay? And you've been found wanting, all right?
The scripture say in the book of Proverbs, there is no counsel or understanding against the Lord, you know? You can't outthink Yahweh by Shabbat, man. But Esau, in the pride of his heart, he thinks so. Verse 4, because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged the right, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of the Most High.
Yep, and Esau put himself in that position, all right? Hey, Ronald Reagan said what? Well, the Bible was America's book. And he said that out of his own mouth. Yeah, the law of the land. And it was a few presidents that said that. So right there, that puts you at fault. You see? So you're supposed to uphold certain laws and stuff to keep the earth running. But you ain't do that. Not that you was meant to do that, but ultimately we know what you was meant for. You got it.
Verse 5, horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places.
So it's going to be the elites that get the brunt of the judgment. I mean, well, the most dreadful part. You see, because the elites going to go into slavery. That's going to be worse than getting burnt by a fire, suppose. Bad, both of them bad, but 1,000 years of perpetual slavery. And it's not gonna be no easy, slavery for them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hardcore, man. Because the scripture said, render unto them double.
Yep, I was just thinking that.
Double. And ain't nobody gonna save you.
Nope.
See, that's the most dreadful part about it. You see? Like, we ain't had nobody to come look for us and save us. Esau ain't nobody in the world. In fact, Wisdom of Solomon 12:12.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, for who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish,
Nobody.
whom thou hast made?
Nobody. You see, the Lord. Just imagine an angelic being with that's all powerful having his way with you. Having his way with you any way he wants. You see? That's dreadful. I don't even want to think about that. If you was in the hand of somebody, man, you gotta keep it.
It's like you know, Esau's set himself up in this image for generations, thousands of years. Everybody feared him. Everybody thought he was the pop. You know, he was the like you said, the apex predator. But there's a power coming to reveal like you were a sissy the whole time. You were never any of that, man.
You got it.
It says, or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish, whom thou hast made? Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous men?
You got niggas doing it now, though. Wait a minute. You know, all these, I mean, Edomite can be saved? No, but watch. All right? You got it. Because nobody's going to be able to come and stand in front of the Most High and say, you wrong, what you doing to this nation. That ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen, man.
Unhand him!
That's why Obadiah wanted to. That's why Obadiah wanted to send the brother earlier said that for violence against Jacob, shame shall cover thee. You're, in the kingdom, man, you're going to be laughed at. You're going to be mocked.
Well, get Deuteronomy 30.
Yeah, finish that.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, get Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
It says, or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous men? For neither is there any power, but thou that carest for all, to whom thou mightest shoot, thy judgment is not unright.
See, and this judgment, what's about to take place in the earth, leading up to that final blastination.
Yep.
All right, I said blastination. Check that out. But leading up to that, all right. Yeah, I think it's a little bit.
It says, neither shall king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee for any whom thou hast punished.
Yep. So when the Lord punished Esau, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. You see, the scriptures say those that are saved can't be touched. I think it's and then those that are condemned, you ain't gonna be able to save them. You see, and tell you that straight out the scriptures. Whoever the Lord condemned, they condemn. There ain't no way you can save them. You see.
Romans the 9th chapter, it says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness of the Most High? The Most High forbid, He has mercy on whom He has mercy. And whom He will, He hardens, man. It's the Lord's will. Whatever He wants is what's going to happen, man. And the Lord has willed for you Edomites to be judged, man.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. It says, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
So that our enemies gonna be cursed, man. Them curses gonna literally be following them everywhere they go. Just like wherever we went, they consumed our asses. They about to consume. They're gonna consume our. You got it.
Yeah, I got to read something. All right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and 55. It says, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they had despised the Most High, that scorned of His law, and forsook His ways. Moreover, they have trodden down His righteous, and said in their heart that there is no power, yea, and that knowing they must die. And that's like it says, for as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them.
Thirst and pain.
It says, for it was not His will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of Him that made them.
Right, so the Lord's purpose wasn't to destroy mankind in the first place. Really, He made men to be immortal. Just tell you, but they defiled what?
It says, but they which be created had defiled the name of Him that made them.
So y'all, essentially y'all earned it. Y'all earned the ass whooping that. Y'all earned the indignation of the Lord.
It says, and were unthankful unto Him which prepared life for them, and therefore as my judgment now at hand.
Right. So, hey, they was unthankful. that to him that prepared life for them, and now his judgment is at hand. You see? So it's your fault. Ain't nobody do it but you. And that's the painful thing about it. Damn, I did it. Yep, you did it.
It's about Jake, right?
Yeah. This is Sirach chapter 41, verse 8. It says, "Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which are forsaken the law of the Most High
Hey,
power."
well, the Lord told Cain, he said, if thou doest well, you know what I'm saying? But seeing that you don't do well, sin lieth that you're doing. You know? Go ahead.
It says, "Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High power. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction."
Yeah, and he's increased, forsaking the law of the Most High. He started as being Cain. He started as that bitch ass, unworthy ass sacrifice, man. You know?
And if
a basket of fucking fruits. You know? He directly defied the laws of the Most High. Directly defied the sacrifice that the Lord wanted. You know?
It says, "And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse."
Yep. If you be born, you be born into a curse. That's why they got leprosy. That's part of the reason why they got leprosy. They born into a curse, and then after that is destruction.
"And if ye die, a curse shall be your portion.
Yep.
All that are of the earth shall turn to earth again, so the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction."
See? From a curse to destruction. It ain't gonna get better.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead, Al.
This is Malachi 1 and 2. It says, "I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau."
And they can't, it says it twice.
And that's what, that's what the little Issacharite was trying to, you know, talk about. Basically, how, you know, God hating the white man, you know, God hating Esau, or is why can't everybody, you know, I believe and I think, you know, Jake stuck on what the fuck they believe, man, and they ain't stuck on what the Lord said. See, your mindset is totally far gone from the will of the Most High, and it has been replaced with your own ideology. The world has replaced itself with whatever the fuck I want to do, I'm gonna do. Free will. Oh, you don't think we got free will? No, ain't no such thing as free will. I gave him the man's going is of the Lord. How can a man understand his way? You know. But what do you think? It ain't about what I think. It's about what the scriptures say. Well, then it comes with all this bullshit. Well, religion is built to capture you and blah, blah, blah. You know, Jake make the same. It's the same shit, the same story. Everybody fucking say. That's how you know that dogma is strong. They say the same shit. You niggas ain't never opened up the Bible and actually fucking read it. You heard shit passed down. You niggas have never read the Bible. Y'all don't know what's in the Bible. You don't even know that Satan it works for the Most High.
Apostle Kabar made the comment.
Go ahead, bro.
Apostle Kabar made the comment. What a web we tangled ourselves in, attempt to deceive. All these lies that have been created. Now we got to sit here and break it down. What should have been extremely simple to you to understand. Now we have to untangle and unthread all these webbings that has been created. And that's from the doing of the so-called white man. And because Jake's man decided to give into the lies.
It's like the rabbit trying to wrap a ball beyond.
They've been appointed for the lies. Lord will give them strong delusion. And you know what? Let this nigga Esau speak for himself, man. You see? Stop speaking up for this man, because he ain't trying to save himself. He don't give a damn about saving himself. You got it.
All right, this back in Malachi 1 and 2. It says, "I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau."
Right. That's why we got the blessing. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
You You see?
The Wadi Habashim al-Shah.
You see? Because, hey, if the Lord was on our side, we would be completely eliminated as a nation.
Fruitopia.
Man, they would stomp us completely out. Psalms 83.
That's why the Lord said, you sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, we first did read.
It says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of wilderness.
It's gonna happen again.
It said, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, and I will throw down.
The Lord's about to cast America.
That's right.
See, they built America. They didn't build nothing with it. You know, of course they had slaves to do it. The Lord's gonna cast his place down.
Yep.
They created that place for security.
It says, and they shall call them the border wickedness.
Yeah. So no matter where they go, that's what you're gonna be called. That's what's gonna be known. It's the border of wickedness.
Well, why you think the other nations, especially them Islamic nations, Yankee go home?
Yeah.
You know?
Great Satan.
Yeah, they call him the Great Satan.
And they call them the devil too.
Yep.
Especially Iran.
Yeah.
And the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
Forever. See? And look, you can't make forever something else. It say what it say.
Forever.
All right? It say what it say. You don't see Esau making amends. Right. He ain't told us we was the children of Israel.
No.
They keep lying. They ain't made amends. They ain't fixed nothing they broke. And the scripture said the sins of that youth, you can't build a time machine, go back and correct what you did wrong.
Nope.
You see? So you're gonna have to deal with all of that, because the Lord said what? He requires that which is past. Okay? You're gonna have to pay for all of that, son.
You know they're not sincere because you mentioned earlier about the whole bill package that they were sending to Ukraine. Well, they had a study a few weeks back at that same time that bill was passed, discussing whether they should give reparations to us for the shit that they've done to us.
Yep.
They having a study on this shit.
Yep.
But they decided in less than 24 hours to aid the Ukraine.
Hey, Ukraine.
That's crazy. They done break the whole game for 400 years. And now y'all want to give us reparations when y'all about to pull out this motherfucker?
Yeah, when the dollar is shit, now we can get reparations.
Well, I don't know.
When the dollar is shit.
And like 20,000 applicants in Chicago right now have a chance to win like $500 monthly assistance for a year.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then they're giving assistance to moles in California.
Yep. Just for being
monthly.
moles.
Just for being moles. You see?
They're about to legalize, the taxpayers are literally going to have to pay for their surgery.
That's wild, hundreds, man. That's wild.
The transmissions.
That is wild.
We got to pay for their.
This is Babylon. That is some wild. There's some freaky shit going on. This is some freaky shit. Yeah, it's a freaky world. There's a bunch of freaks in this motherfucker. Esau's a freak, boy. Go ahead,
A certified weirdo.
and then you gotta pay for it.
Right.
Damn.
Talking about insult to injury.
So you gonna make this shit happen, huh?
That's cool. His sins reached up to heaven, so it's cool. You do what the fuck you gonna do? Shit.
Because we know this is the last time.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and
Hold on. Let me restart.